Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a special one. Here I have my friend. Introduce yourself.
I'm James DeQuano.
And James actually is our shop leader and store owner. James, it's first time on the channel, dude. What'd you play today, man?
I played Albaz Gate Guardian.
Okay, and that's why I want you on the channel right now. But look, before we get started, you went X-1 with it.
I did.
And is there any shouts or anything you want to give aside from the plug from the shop, the locals?
Oh, well, of course, we got the wonderful shop.
Yes, sir.
That we play at.
Uh-huh.
And of course, shout out to everyone I played against today, because it's been a while since I played in a tournament. And, well, great people. Well, great guys. Very fun games.
For sure. And also, why'd you choose to play this deck?
So, part of the reason that I originally got into Yu-Gi-Oh! Was watching the anime back when I was a kid. And I watched the first episode, so of course, you know, we all love Blue Eyes and Dark Magician. And the next episode I saw, because attention span wasn't that great, was the episode with Gate Guardian. And I was like, this is the coolest looking thing ever.
Yeah, dude.
So of course, for years, I tried to make it work. Guess what? It never works. But now there's some new support cards, and it works pretty well. It works pretty well.
For sure, and this is all from the Maze set, correct?
It's all from the Maze set, yes.
Perfect, and you hosted today a box tournament for it.
We sure did.
5 rounds, man.
5 rounds, 19 people, I believe.
Hell yeah, I love that. Well, look, enough of the small talk. Let's get straight into the deck.
You got it. All right, so to start off with, the pieces of Gate Guardian himself. We got 2 Sangha, 2 Kazijin, 1 Suijin. Opted to not do 2, 2, and 2, mostly for some tech reasons, as well as there's multiple easy ways to get Sangha and Kazijin to the grave. Suijin doesn't have the supporting engine I'd like it to have in here, so we grab it and it gets to where it needs to be pretty easily, but we have other ways of using these as a resource as well.
Okay.
Yeah, set it over there. So we got 2 copies of Labyrinth Tank. One of the normal summons to the deck. Level 7, you can normal summon it without tribute. It can't attack that turn. But once per turn, you can grab a piece of Gate Guardian and put in your spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell card. If you also have the field spell in play, you also get to pop a monster. So it does get to be a piece of disruption, as well as trying to set up the combo for the big Gate Guardian himself.
For sure.
Alright, 3 copies of Shadow Ghoul of the Labyrinth. We can discard it, search our deck for the field spell, as well as while it's in grave with the field spell in play. When the opponent's monster is in battle, during damage calculation, you banish it from grave, and I get to pop the monster. So, in addition to improving consistency, it is also a piece of removal. So, it helps keep the board a little bit more clear and helps me win trades where they're needed.
For sure, and this also this art. It looks like it's from season 1. It looks like right when
yeah, like when he jumps out of the wall and everything.
Dude.
Whoever did the art for the new Gate Guardian cards did a fantastic job, because this is sick.
Yeah, man, I love it. I love it.
So, for the Albaz engine, 3 copies of Aluber. Using it to find our branded spells, using it to set up the branded fusion plays to get Sangha into the grave easier. That's part of the reason that we went with the 2 Sanghas, because get to potentially try and go for the Albaz plays maybe twice if it gets messed up. And then 2 Fallen of Albaz. Only the 2 don't want to draw it ever. Well, situationally you do.
Exactly.
But usually I've not wanted to draw the card, so only playing 2, so we see it less in hand. But that's going to be it for the Albaz engine. There's, at least when it comes to monsters, none of the other Despias, none of the Tragedies, none of anything like that. So then, 2 Magician Soul. This is how we're going to get Kazijin into the grave very easily. In addition, the Labyrinth Tank and the field spell turn the Gate Guardian pieces into continuous spells. So we can go grab the piece of Gate Guardian, put in the spell and trap card zone, get rid of them to draw 2 cards, and then they're in grave. And we can still fusion summon from the grave. So, you know, we just value.
Hey,
so
it's free. It's free.
It's free.
I love that, dude. I love it.
And of course, Illusion of Chaos. Yeah, go and grab the Magician's Soul. We can also search it off Preparation of Rites, so it's just improving the consistency on that. And then Ash Blossom. Well, it's Ash Blossom. I'm not sure what to tell you there. And of course, we had the flex with the gold rare because no one else is going to show gold rares love.
Yeah, man.
So I'll do it for everyone else. But that is our entire monster lineup. So yeah.
Okay, perfect. I love that.
So for the spells, we got 3 copies of the field spell. So in addition to slightly being a floodgate, making monsters only with level 5 or higher be able to attack the turn they're summoned, so we get around Link Summon, Aggression, XCs, level 4s. It also, once per turn, can grab the Guardian pieces, banish deck, spell traps, all that fun stuff. It's also not a hard once per turn, so if you open 2 of them, you can drop one, go search for a piece of Gate Guardian, drop another. You got 2 pieces right there. In addition to that, when the opponent goes to battle phase, you get to pop one of their monsters with 1600 or less attack. So again, we get a lot of like somewhat spot removal, being able to pop cards and play. It's kind of pretty good, insane, I would say. So for the other Gate Guardian spells, 2 copies of Double Attack, Wind and Thunder. So 2 effects. 1, while I control Gate Guardian, I can pop a card in play, and while it's in grave, I can banish it to grab another piece of Gate Guardian and put it in the spell and trap card zone. So the pop effect to blow up the card is not once per turn. So setting up 2 of them face down means I get to destroy 2 cards in play. The only thing that's once per turn is to banish itself to go grab a piece of Gate Guardian. And yeah, so this next card is probably my favorite in the deck. I wish I could have had more chance to use it. Ryoku Gate Guardian. So if I'm behind in life points, I get to take half of my opponent's life points and give it to my Gate Guardian monster as attack. So if I'm down 100 points, like 79, 80, I just play this, give my monster 4,000 attack points from your life points, and definitely winning a trade there in battle. And just like the Double Attack, Wind and Thunder, can go grab a piece of Gate Guardian, so can ship it away with Magician's Soul if we're already winning to set up the next Gate Guardian.
Sheesh.
Oh yes.
Love that.
Absolute favorite card in the deck. I wish it came up more often. But that's the only reason we're running 1, because it's only going to come up once in a duel.
Time, for sure.
So, Branded Fusion. Obviously, we're using it to put Song of the Thunder in grave, as well as go into some of our branded plays. It is light, and Albaz is Albaz, so of course we get to make our extra deck monsters and go into our cool combos with Mirror Jade and all. So yeah, cards nuts. 2 copies of Branded Opening, again to improve consistency and keep the Gate Guardian and Mirror Jade safe. Because we do have effects in grave that kind of matter, and the Gate Guardians can be literally just about anywhere that's public knowledge for the big Gate Guardian combined. We can discard Gate Guardian piece, go grab a Luber, discard Double Attack, Wind and Thunder, go grab a Luber, to go grab Branded Fusion. So it's just kind of like playing 2 more copies, but also with another engrave effect, and can also set the other spells up for their engrave effect. Next is Fusion Deployment. Well, you know, we can go grab a piece of Gate Guardian. It's level 7 monster each, so like, even worst comes to worst, just summon a level 7 from your deck, and maybe that beats them down. But again, fusion summoning, which is pretty sick, so. Alright, so here's the 2 Preparation of Rites. That's to go grab the Illusion of Chaos, to grab the Magician's Soul, to draw cards. Just another consistency piece. And evenly matched, because I don't think there's a card that makes me happier in this game right now other than maybe Gate Guardian combined. It's absolutely insane, going second. Oh cool, we evenly matched, and then we just kind of go from there. going first, oh, I can pitch it with Magician's Soul because maybe we're never going to use it for going first. So it's not a dead card because at worst it's cycling through your deck with Magician's Soul, or we do discard a lot of cards, so even at the worst, it's just the dead card we pitch. It's never going to be stuck in our hand as brick.
Makes a lot of sense. Do you want to go ahead and show us your extra deck?
Totally. Let me get these out the way for you. Start off with the two Albions. Oh, I hope I'm pronouncing all these right.
It sounds like so far. You're good.
So this is the one we're going to be branded fusing for, mostly sending Sangha and Albaz. He can on-summon, go ahead and make another fusion summon from there, so we're going to use him to either banish himself and Albaz to make the Mirror Jade. He's pretty good. Pretty good. One Libellion, so play testing this in like proxy form, this card came up a lot more, and then sitting down today, it has not come up once. I'm still on the fence about it, but it is also pretty good because even worse comes to worse, sending Shadow Ghoul to the grave for his engrave effect with Labyrinth Wall in play means I still get another pop in battle, since he just needs a Dark and an Albaz. But, most important one, Mirror Jade. The cool thing about the Gate Guardian fusion is that it gives you a pretty interesting like negates. So having Mirror Jade to also get banishes is a great end game for that branded fusion to put the Sangha away. And of course, this last dragon, I'm not going to attempt that one. But this is the main one we're sending with the Mirror Jade. It can go grab Branded Fusion and go grab Fusion Deployment. There was one game tonight where I did grab Fusion Deployment because I was like, oh, I'm going to probably win next turn because I'll just go grab like the Sangha that's still in the deck and just kind of beat him down from there because like I feel like the well, you know, I wasn't sure if the Branded Fusion was the right choice, and at the time, I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But you can grab both, and it does come up. But that's going to be all of our branded dragons. But now, the cool stuff.
All right, let's get into it.
Heck yeah, Gate Guardian combined. It's the best card in Maze of Memories. Baron de Fleur, never heard of him.
Yeah, I had to read this card myself a couple times today. This card's crack. All right, explain for the people what it does, man.
All right, so you can fusion summon this card by banishing Sangha, Kaijin, and Suijin from your field, your hand, your grave, anywhere there's public knowledge, and hand. But up to 3 times per turn, you can negate, destroy an effect that targets a card you control. So, Infinite Impermanence, Effect Veiler, Ghost Ogre, anything like that, it is irrelevant. You're just going to pop it, destroy it. Yeah, and he's also huge. The stat line actually was probably more important than his effect several games tonight. But he also floats. So when this card is removed from the field, I get to go into another Gate Guardian fusion, which they all have their own utilities. So even if you get rid of this huge monster with the 3 negates per turn, I'm going to go into another monster with reasonable stats with more negates, most likely. So yeah, this card is absolutely amazing. I feel like they definitely did Gate Guardian justice. This card makes me very happy.
yeah, I learned.
Oh, yes. So, this is the fusion I definitely went into more often than not, is Gate Guardian of Wind and Water. Up to twice per turn, I can negate a spell, trap, or effect in play. He will also float into either Kaijin or Suijin. So yeah, he's going to be our other big negate, because spell and trap negate, you know, pretty good, especially after they had to use cards to already deal with the bigger dude. However, unlike our bigger Gate Guardian, he can only be fusion summoned by using the pieces in play. So if I'm trying to go into him first, I need to make sure Kaijin and Suijin are in the spell and trap card zone. I can't do it from hand, unfortunately, or from grave. So our next one is Gate Guardian of Thunder and Wind. So this one is the only one of the fusions that's not a quick effect. Once per turn, I can search my deck for a spell or trap that specifically names the pieces of Gate Guardian. He also floats into Sangha and Kajijin. But really, all he's there for is I get the really nuts Gate Guardian start where I can put the pieces on the spell and trap card zone. It lets me extend further by either searching one of our more important spell cards like the double attack Wind and Thunder, and when it will eventually come up, Ryoku Guardian, and unfortunately is sounding rude in time.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about that nowadays for sure.
You do.
But that's a good utility piece to be flexible, whatever you want to get.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Oh, yeah, no, it makes the lines of play, like, if you can make this, everything's an option at that point. So, Gate Guardian of Water and Thunder, this is the only other one that really came up when the Gate Guardian combined was destroyed up to twice per turn. I can make a monster attack 0. And it doesn't have to be attacking like the original Gate Guardian pieces. The original Gate Guardian pieces, when they were attacked into, you can, once while they're in play, set the attack of the attacking monster to 0. This doesn't need that condition. It does target. So you can just target 2 monsters, make their attack 0 if they're about to attack into you, or, I can maybe attack for game, I'll set 2 of your monsters to 0. Yeah. And of course, he floats into the Sangha and Suijin. But that is all the Gate Guardian fusions. Oh man, they are so cool. Like I said, they definitely did it justice, and I'm very excited to be playing this deck. I do have 3 other cards still here in the extra deck. The Relinquished Anima, the Magician's Souls will sometimes end up on board if you go into Branded Fusion or Fusion Deployment, so he will just kind of sit there and wish he wasn't there. So we make him not there with Relinquished Anima. It has come up to where I go second, they make a dude in front of the extra deck column, I'm like, oh cool, well, let me just take that. And not to mention, like, who doesn't love Relinquished Anima? This card's so cool.
Yeah, right.
He's so free.
They treat old cards justice sometimes. Give them good effects or retrain them and everything. So
sometimes they make the retrains just good enough.
Love that.
Whereas this one they probably went a little too hard. Blackluster Soldier Chaos is absolutely insane. Because we are playing a lot of level 7s and higher, we definitely get to hit that condition of having the level 7 material for summon. And of course Labyrinth 10 can be normal summoned without tribute. So that's an easy normal summon to go straight to this guy. This was probably my most utility based out to a lot of issues. Yeah. So I'm very happy he's in there. He's also quite sticky since you use the level 7s. I absolutely love this card. So this was the card that never came up, not even once. I wish it did. Dark Armed, the Dragon of Annihilation. And to be fair, there's a card I'd like to see over this. However, playtesting in proxy form, leading up to the set release, the card was actually pretty good. It didn't show up today, but of course we have all these cool dragons that are, dark. So when they end up engraved, inevitably we get to overlay into this a lot easier. But the spot removal is really nice. And not to mention the 28 stats is pretty nice as well. But that is our entire extra deck.
Perfect, dude. I love the breakdown for me, man. Let's check out the side deck if you want to show it up.
So my side deck, I'll start with the 3 Nibirus. Card's pretty good. Comes up against Kashtira, Marine Cess, anything that isn't putting a negate out too soon. But yeah, the Space Rock is definitely an MVP when he's an MVP. And of course, going second, can use it for our Exceed plays or maybe fuse it with Branded Fusion.
Yeah.
If we really, really want to. 2 Lava Golems. For going second, things are sticky, or omni-negating, like Baron. Just kind of tribute over them, make the big Lava Golem. That's pretty much all he's there for. Steal those,
really good spiral
get that
move.
Board break. The one of Harpy's Feather Duster. I will say a lot in playtest. I got to play against a lot of trap decks. So, yeah, no, never not having Harpy's Feather Duster somewhere in the stack of cards that I bring. I will also say it almost made it to the main deck, but I'm kind of glad I put it in the side. There was didn't have to play against Labyrinth of Trap Tricks, which leading into was the Hey Trunade. Another good answer for going second against the trap decks. Bouncing all the back row that are face down gets to means that we're probably safe in doing what we want to do. And the Branded Lost. So the only reason that this card didn't make the main deck cut is the Gate Guardian cards take up a little bit more of the deck than I guess I really would like. So I don't get as many of the branded spells. However, playing against decks that want to interact with my summon means I get to play a little bit safer. So we just kind of keep it in the side for now. Dark Ruler no more. We're breaking boards again. Really don't like going second with this deck, so this is a very, very good card to put in. And of course, if it ends up being dead later on, Magician's Soul will always get rid of it. So, fabulous card. Super Poly, for playing against other Albaz decks, or really anything that's going to be in the Chaos spectrum, so light and dark. Because going into these Albaz plays, maybe they affect Valor, Imperm your Valor, or your Albaz on summon. Oh cool, we'll just Super Poly. It's a very strong card, but I haven't needed it as much as I thought I would. I guess I just haven't run into the matchups where I really needed it just yet.
Yeah.
But so I'm not willing to take this card out. But man, it's a lovely card. Yeah. So Dimension Barrier. This is my side-in card for dealing with Synchro decks, Xyz decks, Fusion decks. So Branded, the person that's going to play Sword Soul at weeklies.
Yeah.
Sprite, anything like that.
Yeah.
This is my going first option. So Evenly Matched will normally be the card that comes out for this going first, and even if for some reason it ends up being dead, you know, Swords, Magician's Soul will always get rid of it for us. But man, when this card comes up, it is quite the blowout. So yeah, just locking them out of their some of their extra deck plays is pretty good, especially when you have the Mirror Jade and Gate Guardian already set up. Like, I don't know what you do. Lightning Storm, I guess.
Yeah. Freaking. Only thing is you got to be careful, like, you know, with your own fusions being on board when you have this. So luckily, they are playing Sword Soul or some other deck where it helps and it just blows them out the game.
Yes.
So that's awesome, dude. Well, look, once again, James, thank you for letting me do deck profile.
Of course,
and
thank you.
Going for X1 at your own box tournament here at our locals, the Road Games. Before we wrap up, is there any additional comments or anything you want to say about the deck, or just anything in general?
Watch out. Honestly, these cards are sticky. They definitely put in the work. Like, you'll never really deal with one. They'll always be coming back.
Well, look, man, I love that, and I did a lot of reading today playing you with it, man. But we're going to go ahead and close out this video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you again, James, for letting me do deck profile. Until next time, catch you guys later.